Where does Sadio Mane now rank amongst African legends? Having just led his nation to AFCON success for the second time in his career, Sadio Mane becomes one of few players to have won two AFCONs. Senegal pre-Mane had never won the AFCON. Now with Mane, they've won two and reached three of the four finals in the last. If that makes sense. Have reached three of the previous four finals of AFCONs. So where does this rank him amongst African legends and footballing legends as a whole? Sadio Mane, born in Bambali near South Senegal, someone who's always had dreams of becoming a football player, but his dad wasn't so keen on the idea and disliked the fact that his son wanted to become a footballer. You see, Mane's dad was an imam, and he wanted his son to prioritize religious studies. He unfortunately passed away when Mane was only 7 years old due to an illness and no hospitals being around his village to help. At the age of 15 years old, he ran away from home to pursue his dreams of becoming a football player. He would turn up to trials without any shoes and would be asked by scouts, "Are you in the wrong place?" He wasn't taken seriously. He said, "No, I'm not in the wrong place." And once they saw him with the football, they all changed their minds. This isn't someone who had it easy. The man he looked up to, his father, passed away when he was only 7 years old. And Sadio Mane said this quote unquote. When he was younger, his dad used to always say to him how proud he was of him and that his father was a man with a big heart. When his father died, he said it had a big impact on him and his family, and he said to himself, "I have to do my best to help my mother." That's a hard thing to deal with when you're young. He had a lack of money to acquire what seems basic to many of us football boots for trials. He did not have it easy. Mane in 2011 managed to earn himself a move away to Metz alongside Koulibaly, the only two players who got selected from a bunch of players, and Metz had a partnership with Generation for a Senegalese side. Mane managed to attract attention from other European sides. Ralf Rangnick, sporting director of RB Salzburg, was keen on Mane and matched Metz's €2 million value placed on him. And boy did Mane prove Rangnick right on who he thought he was. He starred at Salzburg. His raw energy and pace was a handful for defenders. They couldn't stop him. He spent 2 seasons at Salzburg, helping the club win a domestic double, sorry, and was starting to attract the bigger European sides like Dortmund and Southampton. Klopp and him had talks in the Klopp and him had talks, but in the end, Klopp chose to not sign him. Funny how it all turned out. He did unfortunately have to force his way out of Salzburg and decided to not attend training and a Champions League qualifying match. But look, for me, if a player is unhappy at the club, just let them go. Mane wanted to achieve his dream of playing in the Premier League, and Southampton matched Salzburg's asking price of 11.8 million, and Mane now had made it to the Premier League. Wow, that's all I can say really. The fact he managed to make it here, considering his circumstances, was unbelievable. And I'm sure he was proud of what he achieved, but he wasn't done there. He had two excellent seasons at Southampton, which attracted the biggest Premier League clubs in the world, in England, in the league. Manchester United, Tottenham, and Liverpool. He met up with Klopp again, and Klopp said to him, "I regret not signing you for Dortmund, but now I want you at Liverpool, and I'll make you the main man. You'll start every game. I'll give you the playing time you want." And Mane was moved by Klopp's words. He signed for Liverpool for £34 million, and the rest is history. What a bargain, can I say? He won it all with Liverpool, bar a Community Shield, Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, UEFA Cup, Premier League Golden Boot, whilst taking zero penalties, by the way. Sadio Mane was elite at Liverpool. He always had the talent, but he was a bit too raw when he was younger. But Klopp turned that rawness into positive energy and he exploded. Left foot, right foot, long shots, near post and far post finishing, headers. Oh my word, the headers this man was doing, despite being 5'9", was unbelievable. His pressing was out of this world. Daley Blind, the former Manchester United defender, compared this man to Ronaldo in terms of how complete he is. I've not seen anyone that small, by the way, be such an aerial threat. He played with no fear, and why would he? He had it hard growing up. In 2019, he managed to reach an AFCON final with Senegal. Senegal versus Algeria. Could Mane finally lead his nation to AFCON glory for the first time in history? Despite Senegal basically dominating the entire 90 minutes, Senegal lost to Algeria 1-0. Heartbreak for Sadio Mane. But 2 years later, he got the same chance again to win an AFCON. He was in a final, and he finally achieved this goal of winning the AFCON of his nation by scoring the winning penalty against Egypt. Fast forward to the 18th of January 2026. He's led Senegal to another AFCON final via an excellent long shot finish against Egypt. Now, the final against Morocco, chaos is the only word to explain this game. The drama, the players walking all off except Mane, the manager telling the players to get off the pitch. Mane was the only one that decided to stay on the pitch, and he told the players and coaching staff to come back out and finish the game like men. Despite many feeling like Senegal are wronged, Senegal did end up winning 1-0, and Mane did not stop running once in the entire 120 minutes. An inspiration for all the footballing fans around the world. A humble, hard-working man who didn't have an easy childhood. Someone who built the first hospital in his village. He still builds hospitals and schools back in Senegal. He gives back to his people. He doesn't want them to face the same struggles he faced. He also came second in the 2021-22 Ballon d'Or season, just a Champions League final away from winning the Ballon d'Or. For me, he's an all-timer. Not just an African legend, but a legend of the game. For what he's gone through, for what he represents, for what he's done for Senegal in football and outside of football, he's a footballing legend, and I would rank him amongst the elites in terms of footballing ability as well. The guy was a baller. That's the end of the video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.